Hello, good morning to everyone there in the Philippines. And Ting Ting or Das, JMHI. Hi po, Mami's Leonie. Hi. We have Christine Joy Tapang. Hi po. Good morning from Maulin, Gempisao. Good morning. And yes, good morning dan po, Tamsak, salamat. Christine Joy Tapang dan po, Tamsak, salamat. Thank you very much for coming over in my first ever Gardens of Blessings TV weekend. It is actually awkward because I don't have Louise with me here. Yeah, so um, anyway, thank you very much for coming here. And we are going to welcome back to my 631 subscribers and counting. And I am so thankful that now that I am actually doing a live stream, I was able to get 631 and counting. And I'm trying my best to improve my content. And I am also trying my best to make sure that whenever I done my live stream, people would or my viewers would get something from my live stream. And thank you very much. Thank you for the trust and for the opportunity to make my channel grow. To my Facebook viewers there, thank you also. and and thank you for believing in my advocacy with regards to social and emotional learning. That is what my advocacy is, and that social and emotional learning is very important in this trying time, and also social anxiety for children. That's one of my advocacy, and to all of you who are watching right now, thank you very much. And if you think that somebody needs okay, I can help from this channel, please don't forget to share and like. And thank you already. We have Judy Reinders Brooks. Good morning, Mom Leonie. Good morning to everybody out there. And Janeline Galot Dan Tamsak, salamat po. Okay, so we are going to uh, talk about the inspiring comments that I received from my channel. I have here um, we have here Scully's House of Thrillers. He said that this channel has great quality. You really know how to deliver the value. Thank you. Diana Salvador, I love the way you talk, ma'am. Very clear and malambing. Salamat. Cancer Warrior Sofia, hello host. Shout out po. Informative po. Thanks for sharing. And we also have Nestle Paran, very helpful. Ting Ting Ordaz, ang ganda ma'am para sa mga batang nag-homeschool po. God bless po ma'am. And Daisy Channel says, ma'am, maraming salamat sa pag-share ng video. Sana lahat ng nanay ay gaya niyo. That is so overwhelming. Okay, and we have J. Emmers, proud of you ma'am. Haba ng patience mo, grabe. And also to the parents out there, especially now, we really have to really habaan natin ng mahaba our patience. Okay, and Inday Snow Vlogs relate, ma'am, kung papaano yung homeschool. Thank you very much. This comment has been very inspiring, and I am really trying my best to improve. And we have also welcome to the new subscribers that I have shout out. We have Reggie Guevara, mga paasa kayo, wag naman ganyan. Alipin ni George, Ani TV, Jenny, Me Joy, Sinayang Mo, Sagum Shirley, Rai, Lynn Gomoruda, June Santa In, Carmina Magana, Vanessa Palmaria, Masay Lau, Taste of Miraki, Norme Napolis, Raycas Labloy Vlog, Christian Joy Tapang, and Beverly Diata Cruz. And also, we have Vangeline Rituya, Reggie Guevara, Al James Casimero, Monster TV, and my sister, she just subscribed, Leovil Bitay, and Kidlat Nangria. Thank you very much for subscribing to my channel, and also to all new subscribers who chose to make their profile private. Okay, thank you very much. And also, we are going to talk about the polar bear palista. Thank you very much. I think some of you are here who are winners too. Congratulations. Congratulations to the winners of the Polar the Bear reading and writing trivia question. That was such a blast. We have Albert Clemens, Tamsak, second team, happy Anatic. Salamat, Albert. And new community members referral winners. Thank you. I remember that when we were drawing those new community members in the chat room, there was like, oh, yung mga ano lang yan, mga parang mga old members. It's actually Mommy Ann on the Ghost. They are you're the same people who went there. And so actually I was checking after the live stream. It was Albert Clemens, your entry was actually the same as Jenny. Who's that? The winner, Jenny Villas. Both of you has 5 entries, and it just so happened, Albert, that your entry was late. Yeah, your entry was late, and after it was like I was really checking on everybody. I know that they are coming in because the subscriber numbers change, and but I just could not tell, or I just could not see them in the comment section. So I keep on refreshing and refreshing and refreshing until after the Mommy and on the Goes um after the Mommy and on the Goes live, I was so like, oh my gosh, why are their comments not appearing? So it's so late. All right. So anyway, thank you very much. And it was done by Mommy Ann on the Ghost channel. I really appreciate Mommy Ann, who is doing everything on my raffle, because I do not know. And she's been very supportive. I have been following Mommy Ann on the Ghost for 2 years before I finally decided to, how about, starting my own channel, since I've already committed to have an advocacy, right? Okay. Let me see if we have somebody in my Facebook here. I do not know. I could not see my Facebook anyway. So let's move on with the topics of the month. So if you notice, I've always wanted to, condition the people that, oh, Adora, my mama is here. We are here. Hi, mama. So I always like to is that conditioning, or inform my viewers in advance what would they expect in my channel. So it's kind of like topics of the month. Is I feel I self declare that this month is the distance learning awareness month. Okay, so I self declare that this month is the distance learning awareness month because we have to really know generators. Brox Dam Tamsak Ma'am Salamat. So this is like a parent's awareness on what are the things that we need to prepare as we enter the new normal of school opening. And then we are going to talk about how can we support each other emotionally and mentally dealing with our children with the study. It is actually the parent who is going to be emotionally stressed more, I suppose, because in this new normal, especially with the distance learning, the modular distance learning, we are given more responsibility. Liz Ordaz from my Facebook. Hi, mommy. Hi, good morning. And also, how can we minimize emotional friction when dealing with behavior while leading our children to learn, especially to the mommies and daddies and the guardians out there that they are not the teaching type, right? teaching is not their type of their personality, but they can lead. Now, if you are trying something new, especially in the new normal, there's gonna be a little bit of friction. So I hope that you will allow me to guide you through adjustment by showing up in my live stream, or even checking on my videos. By the way, after this, I'm going to record a video about the understanding of parents, right? Make it shorter so that for people who cannot really go through with me the whole live stream, they will have an opportunity to listen the summary. Just like what we did with the Polar the Bear trivia, we always have a summary. So this is the long discussion, and I am going to have a short video about what we did for those people that don't have time, right? Okay, Albert Clemens. Ha ha ha, nawalang signal ko, nag-reconnect Wi-Fi. Loading, loading. Okay, so I am also going to share my experience as a distance learning. Oh, I have a typo error. Sharing and distance learning. Magani kay dili kaayo siya dako. Dili kay maklaro kung typo error. Okay, so I'm going to share my experience as a distance learner, because most of my continuous education is by distance learning. I do hybrid. I experience hybrid. Experience asynchronous. I experience the synchronous type. Most of the distance learning type that I discussed from my previous video, I experienced them everything. Okay, so I am also going to share my experience as a substitute teacher and a teacher support from pre-K to 5. So I am just going to be specializing sharing my experience of for pre-K to 5. If there might be a high school question, I will try my best. I'll find you some answers. Although my state license here in Virginia is actually middle school teacher, but I don't know, I just prefer pre-K and 5. Okay, so those are the topics that we're going to talk about, and we are going to move on to a parent's understanding on the modular distance learning. We are going to live brainstorm, and we do a little bit of research. So if you are a parent, you can say P. If you are a guardian, you can say G. If you are a teacher, you T. S for student. So that I will know how many of you here are our parents, our teachers, students, right, or guardians, right? Okay, so I would also appreciate, since this is a live brainstorm and research, I would appreciate if you have questions and if you have ideas, right? Okay, so this is our first week one, right? So that's why I'm wearing red. Okay, so we are going to move on. A parent's understanding on modular distance learning. Okay, so what is modular distance learning? Okay, so what do you think? What is modular distance learning? Hala! Nangutana na si ma'am. Sa maka-answer. May raffle ha, pero nangutana lang. So, Albert Clemens. Okay, so what we have here, asa ka ni atong mga tao from Facebook. So what do you understand about modular distance learning? Learning, right? As as like a layman's term, right? So anyway, murag si Albert Clemens, he is still having some reconnection Wi-Fi kay that ragyud. Okay, so distance learning, it involves individualized instruction that allows learners to use self-learning modules. They call it SLM, right? So this can be in print, and this can also be in digital format. Bisaya taday tamsak. Umay, salamat langga. Salamat sa pagbisita langga. Okay, so this is gonna be in print or digital format, okay? By the way, this season ba? Fall. This school year opening, I'm actually registering my children to 100% full distance learning. Christine Joy Tapang from my Facebook, distance learning. This refers to a learning delivery modality where learning takes place, Okay, I'm going to show that one. Christine Joy Tapang, very good. Distance learning, this refers to a learning delivery modality where learning takes place between the teacher and the learners who are geographically remote from each other during instruction. This modality has three types. Nga si Ma'am Christine Joy Tapang, murag mo discuss na ni siya karon. Okay, so what do you think are the three modalities of distance learning? Basi, okay. Wow, galing ng Chromo, ha? Okay. Okay. BG, ako lang ga kay nag-housework. Salamat, Pisa Taday. Salamat sa pa-BG. Masalamat jud kaayo. And then, okay. So that is really nice. Okay. Yes. I'm going to take note of that really because I'm actually going to make a video content and it is nice that Christian Joy Tapang has some inputs on this one, right? Modular distance learning, online distance learning, and TV or radio based instruction. Ma'am Christine Joy, maraming input si Ma'am Christine Joy, and that is from my Facebook, ha. All right, very good kaayo. I love it. Okay, love you. Your rest house lang. Yeah, this is actually the green screen of my school bus. Oh, okay. So anyway, very good. I really appreciate that input. Okay, so and it says here whichever. Okay, so in print or digital format, I think Mom Christine Joy Tapang, is that okay if I say mom? Okay, so she said that there are three modalities, right? And it is in print or the learning modules is in print or in format, right? Okay, so whichever is applicable in the context of the learner, right? Which is applicable. Okay, so this can be like textbook, right? Or activity sheets and study guides, right? The teacher takes the responsibility of monitoring the progress of the learner, right? Any member of the family or other stakeholder in the community needs to serve as a para teacher or teaching assistant. So take note of this one. This is very important with the modular distance learning or any form of distance learning, especially if you are in the if you have a student or a child in the fifth grade lower, because the younger the child is, the more that we have to act as para teacher or teaching assistant. Okay, so this is why I wanted to share what is my understanding about this, because this is actually I'm going to share to you what is a para teacher or teaching assistant. Has been working for uh, 18 months, I suppose, as a preschool teaching assistant and a substitute teacher. I also aid. If I do not do classroom teaching, I do aiding or teaching assistant. I am in the resource room. So I would like to share to you what are the things that we need to prepare to help our children, right? Okay. So this a learning module I forgot to mention. A learning module is an organized collection of content presented together by the school. So if you are going to enroll your child, given to the student who was officially enrolled. Okay, so if you have modular distance learning, dapat ipa-enroll mo yung anak mo, 'di ba? Hindi sila makakatanggap ng modules kung hindi naman sila officially enrolled, right? So now, we are going to focus more on the para teacher or teaching assistant because as far as my research is concerned, any member of the family or other stakeholder in the community needs to serve as a para teacher or teaching assistant. Okay? So, now what is a para-professional educator? Para professional, okay? So, a para-professional educator, alternatively known as a para-educator or para-pro or a para-swami, from Hindi swami for an educated person, instructional assistant, educational assistant, teacher's aide or classroom assistant, is A teaching related position within a school generally responsible for specialized or concentrated assistance for students in elementary and secondary school. Okay, so this is really important. Okay, so what are the duties of being a teacher or duties of a paraprofessional teacher? Remember that in modular distance learning or any type of distance learning, parents are paraprofessionals. Okay, automatic na siya. Wala kayong choice. I don't have any choice too. Okay, so what? Okay, YouTube. Oh, hi, Albert Clements. You are on YouTube. Hello. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see. Okay, so duties of paraprofessional teachers. Now, this is paraprofessional educator generally assist teacher in the classroom. Now, since the parents here is not in the classroom, so you will be generally assisting your child, okay? Supervise student outside the classroom, providing administrative support for teaching. So you are going to compile. Am I saying it right? Compile all those documents for your kids, okay? So, filing teaching position to supplement regular classroom curriculum with additional enrichment activities for student. Okay? So, help student understand and complete their assignment or as a student with special needs. Okay? So, these are very important things that we need to know, right? Okay. So, watching lang ako, ma'am. Makinig ako sa iyo, ma'am. Salamat. Okay. So, now we also need to work primarily or exclusively with students who have special needs, right? So, with this is also important. Okay, so if you are a parent out there who has a child with special needs and especially with behavioral, I could also help a little bit. I have an experience with that. I took experience learning. I forgot exceptional learning from James Madison University here, and it has child studies. So if you have question on behavior, how can you manage a child? I also have a course on teaching kids with trauma. Okay, so if you have question, please send in your question whether in my Facebook, okay, or email me so I could help. Okay, and it's free. Okay, anything that you ask about behavior or something like that, I would really love to help. And also work primarily or exclusively with students who have special educational needs. Their duties vary according to the needs of the student. And that is really, really important because especially for moms and dads out there who has more than one kid, like in this coming year, if you have two children, you cannot say that they have the same stuff, right? So they have different needs. Okay. Albert Clement to assist, support, and work closely with teacher to administrator and other team members in providing a quality instructional program to continuously improve students achieving. Yay! Very good la. Ganahan lagi ko ninyo mga bright kayo mo sa nga tanan. O ako gining i-record kay i-appeal jud ta mo sa ako ang input. So daghan kaayo si Albert Clemens. Wow. Wow, really, really. Ako gining appeal ang inyong mga input sa video. Because this is a collaborative input video. Di ba? Okay na kayo sa nga tanan, mag-live stream ta, and then shortcut summary and input via Christine Joy Tapang, via Albert Clements. O, di ba? Okay. Okay, ha. Galing mag-search ni Kuya Albert. Yes. All right. So those are the duties of a paraprofessional teacher. Okay. So now always have an open communication with the assigned teacher. Okay, so because you are the paraprofessional of your child, you are the what we call the advocate of your child. Okay, from my mama, discussion is so timely. Researchers are here, are doing research on distance learning modalities, asynchronous learning modular. Yes. Oh, you know what? My mom, she was the former graduate school dean of Cebu Technological University. Ha. So coming from my mom, oh my God. Okay, I salute Albert Clemens. Di mo kaya, Juna. Okay, everybody. So, as I said, always have an open communication with assigned teacher. Now, when we say open communication, if you have concern as a parent like me, I have a parent. I have some concerns of my child, especially my second one. I openly say it, not openly say it, but send a text message and anything you're concerned about. The teacher, they are so welcoming. Okay, so I hope teachers are all welcoming because I might generalize no. Okay, so always have an open communication with assigned teacher because in modular distance learning, everybody will have an assigned teacher, right? Okay, and that's why it says modular distance learning. There will be open communication because the teacher takes the responsibility of monitoring the progress of the learner. Okay, so that is the reason why we have to communicate our concern, right? And um, I suppose the teachers there, they are really trying their best to also communicate. Like I remember there was like a lot of teachers in my I have teachers friends in my Facebook that they are trying to make announcement to their future students. So my teacher friends out there in my Facebook and my YouTube, if you have some announcement for your students, since I'll be doing this every Friday, please do not hesitate to come in and say me Gardens of Blessings, can you please shout out my something like that, so okay, so because teachers are our lifeline, right? So they are our lifeline. So for this, in the modular distance learning, teachers are our lifeline. Yes. And unfortunately, there are really friction sometimes in with dealing with communication. Yeah, Albert Clemens, right? So it's nice that um, we are trying our best to um, to have that one around, and then to try to minimize that friction, right? Because the teachers and the parents, they are working, they should work collaboratively for the success of your children, right? Okay, so the challenge will be is dealing with learners who are not independent enough for self-study and the ability of the family member to guide the child, right? From New York lang tamsak pud nako ni. Salamat. Junior Riders Brakaha, paubaya ko na lang sa iyo, kuya. Okay. So there are challenges. So I would like to ask the people there in my chat room, what do you think are the challenges? Okay? What do you think are the challenges of the parents? Like, sige, istoryahon na lang gud ta ni good. Unsa may ka ng mga anxieties ninyo as a parent be kung magsugod ta og kana ganing magsugod ta aning modular distance learning, maistorya man gyud ta ni be. Unsa may inyong mga anxiety diha, mga mama o mga daddy? Ano po yung mga anxieties ninyo na dapat yung i-share, 'di ba? Pagiging matigas ulo ng mga bata. Yes. Yes, pag that's really true because you are not used of telling a child to read and a routine. Yeah, ako asab ni idikit lang ga. Okay. Ting mga pasaway minsan. Yes, that's the truth. Mga pasaway. So actually, when I'm homeschooling my last springtime, that was like unprecedented because suddenly the school got closed, no. So what I did, I make routines like I'm not sure if I have a routine here, but I do have like this. I'm going to share to you what I did. Okay. So this is the routine. Let me see. Ha? Kung makakita ba mo. Like this one. Oh. That is Louise's daily routine. And then she is the one who is going to show to choose what are the things that she's going to do with the routine. That is what we did last time when I homeschool. So with regards to matigas ang ulo, I mean, I do not know if this will work to everybody, but with me, when I homeschool, especially my 4-year-old, as I've said, the younger the child, the difficult it is, right? Especially with nonverbal, magsige lang na slag hilak, right? Right? So mga pasaway lagi kaayo sa tanan. So what I did, when you do your routine, you have to make sure that your child is included in planning your routine. So this is what, like in the morning routine, you have the wiggle time because kids in fifth grade, like ooh, 12 years old below, my goodness, they have to have wiggle time. You have to start your day with wiggle time, especially kanang dugay kaayo magmata. I'm not sure about your experience at home, but me, as I homeschool with my preschool before and last school year, muna siya imo ginang ipa-wiggle time, inig mata, mukaon mo, pag mata, kain, ganun. I I hope I hope when I say in my Bisaya language, everybody can understand. I really try my best to make it in Tagalog. Okay, so then lesson time. Oh, remember when you do lesson time, make sure that the child's age is like 1 minute. So for example, if the child's age is 4 years old, okay, so the longest attention span, it's probably 4 minutes. And then 4 minutes, imo na siyang, you have to try to be engaging na, and then try to transition to another activity because after 4 minutes, what na, si Dudong o si Inday, muwa na din na nakalahutay, roll over na sila, ug moingon na what's that, what this, moingon na I'm so hungry, I wanna eat, magsige na nagkaon. Okay, so walang lumalabas sa crow. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, transitioning na dahil na basta like that. So kung ang imuhang anak is 7 years old. So 7 minutes, okay? Make sure that after 7 minutes there is a movement, because anyway this is a modular distance learning. There is no something, especially if you use it for your friend, ikaw mismo ang maghimo og routine, right? So, mag-circle time na dayon ka, like circle time, ano siya. And then in the afternoon, you have the craft time, or something like that. And then a play time. Of course, children, 10 years old below, there's always have to play time, yun na siya. We actually have our own playground, and I was so happy that we decided to have our own playground because we put our playground on December, and then January, uy, nag-close ang school. So at least they have a playground because they have to play. And then snack time. So if you have, say, long lesson, you have to chunk it down. Okay, ayaw taw ninyo kana kay ilahutay og maayo ang bata nga tag-usa-usa ra kay wala mag-away gyud mo ana, nag-away gyud mo ana. And also, so this is for like 7 years old. Sa ako ning 7 years old sa first grader. Now, sa ako ang preschooler, it's different. Okay? See, that's what I said. That's what I said, that you have to cater. You have to cater according to the need of the child, the age, the attention span, right? So with preschool, you have a circle time, stack time, mapiliun po ginini mo siya. So for me, it works for me after they have a breakfast, both of them. I really make sure that they have a wiggle time. And then the lesson time, my 4-year-old, since it's a 4 minute, it's just like, you have to read within 4 minutes, right? And then after that, you have a circle time. Circle time, the I for those people who are not familiar, circle time is like when you are reading together, and if you are, especially if you are doing learners that have way difference of age, like 4 or 7, just like mine, you need a circle time because you have to make sure that there are activities that your learners are doing things the same, right? Like and then I let's say for example that reading time. Okay, so you can do reading time for both, right? You can read to them together. I used to put my 4-year-old, hello Ma'am Leonie Marian, sabi rin, hello, salamat sa pagdating. Okay, so it is different, like and then the craft time. So in this one here, they have another craft time. So make sure that you also have to do the same thing that your kids are doing. This is applicable for parents that has 2 or more kids. So make sure that you have a routine na they do things together, but their lesson time is different. Okay, and then they have playtime, and then they have snack time. So those are the things that you have to do for when you are going to go over with this modular distance. Okay, I mean, this is my understanding, and this is my expectation on how are we going to do the modular distance learning when when the school opening comes, right? So what else? O kana matigas ang ulo. We have to routine, right? Routine and make sure that they are included in your planning, right? And what else? Nawala ng internet again. Buffer, 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 buffer. Okay. So so that's it, right? So independent enough for, and then the ability of the family member to guide the child. What do you think you need to learn? Okay. What do you think as a parent do you need to learn in order to guide your child? I think it's something to do with our mind conditioning. Okay. Something to do with our mind conditioning, like this one here. I learned this one from conscious discipline. I took conscious discipline teaching kids with trauma, and I actually have some books. Hala, oy, mura lagi kog namaligya og libro diri. O palitan ni online selling online. At dili siya kani siya. This is a managing emotional mayhem. I would recommend parents in this time, especially they do not have experience with homeschool, and try to understand how the brain works with the emotion. And this is the module, the model. Ala, ang tungod na sa green na wala ang frontal lobes. Okay, so tungod na siya. So this is the conscious discipline brain state model. Okay. Now we have survival state. This is like the survival state. This is at the bottom of our brain. Okay. Now, if you are not calm, you are always angry with the child, and the child does not like to study with you. And the state of the brain is only here. Okay. Remember that emotion is very important. Okay. So if there is a conflict with you and your child in the studying, you cannot have you will only have it here. Okay, now we have here emotional state learning. This is the reassurance, like I love. This is like, your relationship. So in other words, I believe that the success of a child actually depends on the relationship. What is the relationship? What is your relationship on your child? Challenge as a working mom. Yes, that is a very challenging for working mom, because if you put it at the survival state, it is the physical, like in our spine, some kind of like that. When you are tired, when something like that, you cannot really calm your body. something like that, and then you are teaching. So me, from my experience, from my experience, I'm sorry, from my experience, when I do substitute and I have to assist William after, I'm so tired now. But I do not go all through that routine anymore. I just want to, you know, to unwind and maybe read a book to your child. I call it myself free time in the child. Like we hug, we play. No lesson at all or something like that. Because you can never teach a child if you do not, if you're not physically prepared. So for my advice or my advice for parents who are working and they are going to also teach their kids, take time to talk about, what is your day. It deals about the relationship, and then when you would like to unwind, and then because if these two stay is actually calm, then there's go the frontal lobe. Kanang nawala nga green frontal lobe na siya. Gisapot ni ang akong brain mo nang nawala ang frontal lobe. So imagine that, ha. Kung if you are not in the emotional, if you are in this emotional state, mawala ang green. Dili ka kahuna-huna. Right? So that is my understanding about this. So in this like in this new normal, we are supposed to be very very concerned of our emotion, right? Okay, so yeah, so because it will help us go to the executive level. Okay, and if you are interested about conscious discipline, they have a website, and actually, let me see. Oh, sorry. Let me see if I could give you the website of conscious discipline. We have here Amitsu conscious discipline. This is a very nice. Wait a minute. I have it here. Okay, so I'm going to share to you their website. Okay, so this is the discipline. This is their website. Okay, so try to check that one there. They have resources. They have free resources out there. Oh my gosh. Okay, so these are their resources. Okay. You check this one here. Okay. They have very, very nice resources, good. And I can assure you I actually have a video. Like, if you notice in this part here, that one there, that's our safe place. I have a video on how we did our safe place. Now, what is a self place? Now, a self place is actually a self regulation, a kind of self regulation routine that if you're homeschooling, you are going to administer it for your child so that our child would have self-regulation. But it is about work-home life balancing for a smart mom. Yes, that's true, mama. Yeah, I learned it from you. Balancing. yeah. So it is like that. So this is what this one has, and they have a lot of resources. Now, I am recommending this because I was told, by a child psychologist, because I went to I've been visiting appointments for my son who has a child anxiety, and really he's been progressing. And then I was told by a child psychologist that your what do you call that one, your focus is actually relationship and emotional stability, and how to make your child be ready for learning. Because even if you are teaching your child for 2 hours, if the child is not ready, wala kang magagawa. Puro sa away ng kayo ng away. And then you will feel that you are being kind of like you lost a battle, because it's kind of like it's a power struggle. But if the child is ready, even if the lesson is 3 hours, the child can catch it up and be ready for 15 minutes. And I I mean, I that is my experience with my daughter Louise. Okay, so Louise and we have this. I mean, really, my daughter is my person. It's like I am so blessed that the Lord has given me. I feel like I made a best friend of my own, because she looks like me. She's actually more beautiful than I am because she's hybrid. You know. But anyway, that our relationship is like that. Like, especially last springtime, there are really lessons that is difficult. And then, if you do not have a good relationship, you cannot really adjust when you are teaching difficult situation. Yeah. Ganyan pala yan. Now I know, mom. Yes. And you ask questions like, during our next live stream, if you have questions live streaming, and then you tell me your problem, we will solve it together here. Okay? Say for example, if you have a problem with your 4, 5, 6 years old, ayaw maniwala sinasabi mo. Right? Like they say like, oh, hindi yan, hindi ganyan ang sinasabi ni teacher. Kasi si teacher ganito, si teacher ganyan. Okay? So we are going to solve that one. Okay? So that's the reason why I do this weekend live, because during like Friday or Saturday, the week is done, and then you try to self reflect what happened from the week, and what is your success, and what is the challenge. I was told by a speech therapist of my daughter that there is no such thing as failure when you are teaching your child, when you are supporting your child. There's no such thing as failure. It is challenge. Christine Joy Tapang, hi. Okay, from my Facebook, oh, I like it. There are people that's watching with me with Facebook. Oh, salamat. Okay, so it's not a challenge. So if you feel like you are being defeated for the week, as a mom, if all of you here who are mom, you probably can relate with me that there are times that you feel defeated, especially last springtime when the school got closed, and there's no such thing as preparation. Like, bam, school got closed. You are going to be your child's teacher. We're just going to give you modules. Okay, send in the assignment this week and blah blah blah. That's very difficult, and at the same time, all the appointment that I have for my son was canceled. So I'm doing the therapy for the time being. I really don't know what I'm doing, but for like the grace of God, I was able to let my son talk. And that's another story, right? Um my mom said, very smart mom like you, and I love you. Praise God. I love you too, mama. Oh my goodness. Akong mama. Oh my gosh, akong mama. Naging na siya per me. Yeah. And if you have a mom like my mom, you become successful. Right? No matter what challenge you have, if you have a mom who is at your back all the time, you'll be successful. Right? Yeah. I claim that to God that I am successful. All right? Okay. So anyway, so ingana na siya. We are going to focus more on relationship here, right? Because that's how it is. Because it does not really, like, when we are supporting our children, it does not really mean that you have to be like this. You have to have a master's degree. You have to finish college, because some of those commenting, like, you are hopeless about this modular distance learning, like, para lang yan sa mga may pera, para lang yan sa may mga magulang na marunong magturo sa kanilang mga anak. For me, it is challenge, and it is the willingness for you to be able to teach to your child. It's not because you do not know, you do not have anything anymore, anything to do with it. You have. It's just that you have to be willing, right? Okay, so kami duha sa New York BG hangtod ugma lang ga. Ayaw undang. Muundang ko oy, muundang ko kay magpatulog pa ba ako sa mga anak. 1 hour ako kay matulog na ako. Good night. Good night lang ga. Okay. So, ingana na siya. So, with this modular distance learning, we are actually collaborating with the teacher, collaborating with the emotions that we have, managing the emotions of our children, opening their frontal lobes by doing this, calming their survival state and calming the emotional state, right, the right way, so that we can support our children properly, right? So we have here. Okay. We have here a little bit of summary. Asa naman to akong PowerPoint? Nawala si PowerPoint. Oh, wait a minute ha. Nawala si PowerPoint. Nang luod si PowerPoint. Okay. So, all right. So, muna siya. Now, the summary of my understanding, I have it here. Okay. So the summary of my understanding about a parent's understanding on modular distance learning. Okay, first, if parents enroll their children to avail the learning modules, then after that, the school provides a curriculum through learning modules, right? And then the school administrator assign teachers for enrolled children, and teacher administer the modules and monitoring the students' performance. Okay. Now, while doing the modular distance learning, again, while doing the modular distance learning, the teacher and the parents will have a collaboration. Okay, for the success of the children, di ba? So, muna siya that is what I understand about modular distance learning. Okay. So, uh, I'm okay. Ilocana, America Vlogs, hello po, tamsak na dan. Salamat sa pagbisita. Right? So, that is my understanding about the modular distance learning. So, we are going to prepare ourselves emotionally more than whatever it is that we are going to face in this coming fall. Oh, yeah, fall in here. I'm sorry, but there, I think August. There, they are going to start classes there on August, right? So I feel like the most important thing about this distance learning is our emotion, okay, and how we tame our emotion, our anxiety. Because I know that there are like lots of anxiety that is there, right? So that is what we are going to do more, and that if we are already having our own anxiety, a lot of teachers out there having anxiety too, because they are not only teachers, they are also moms too, they have also have their own children. So we have to understand each other, and with the brokenness of the society right now, please do not be part of breaking the society. Be part of the healing process. So that's why in the system, the educational system, there is a collaboration, right? Because this is for the success of our children. Oh my gosh. Did I just say it really right? Like, my gosh, I'm doing it inspirationally. Okay. So we have here, let me see. Okay. I'm really hoping that every one of you that are here right now with me, I really appreciate your time, no, and that you learn something today. And please ask questions. I'll be here almost every Friday, right? If you have questions on the behavior of your child, because there's gonna be friction. I know there's gonna be friction. there's gonna be friction on how are you going to deal with your teachers na nagkukulit ng assignment, no? I'm so blessed that the teacher of my daughter, they are so patient, right? If you are being treated patiently, you be patient to your children too, right? So with all of this, okay. So anyway, we have, I think that's the end. Oh my gosh. I really try my best to make this really long and make it short, right? So the only thing that I wanted to let you know that remember you are enough and that you are loved. Okay. So I hope that you will join me next week, Friday. Oh no, Friday next week. I'll be just doing a premiere hopefully because we're going to go to have a gastrointestinal appointment and occupational therapy for evaluation, and praise the Lord, my son has been improving. He's been talking really well. And I tell you, even if pandemic, do not be discouraged. Keep on doing what you do best. Okay? Because there's always a rainbow and after the rain, right? So, thank you for coming, and thank you everybody that joined me here. Okay? So, I just wanted to say that find peace, and you be a blessing to everybody, and have a blessed day, and see you next time. Bye bye.